Welcome to another episode of Haunted Stories with your host, Scott Litaea.
You know, I've been in the field for about 23 years or so, and I work as a medium with law enforcement as well as doing paranormal stuff. I thought, I'm going to go out there and find a team, see if I can find someone. So in 2011, we went to a meetup group, which was all good. It was kind of scary because, here's two girls and we're going out to this completely different city and we never did this before, but it was challenging. We went, and it was a huge group led by a cop and a Marine. So, no offense, Chad.
Yeah, no offense, Chad.
The testosterone in that room was like to the ceiling. And we went to a few of the meetings. We went to the Christmas party, we went to the meetings, and every meeting that we would go to, they would have all of their equipment laid out, which probably took 2 tables worth of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen your equipment, 5, 6 times. When are we going to do an investigation?
Well, guys,
They just want to
show up our equipment, right?
That's all what it's about, right?
That's
And
what
I have
we do.
nothing against equipment. Equipment's cool. It's just, I want to use it. So, and in a good way.
Did we all go there? We all took the journey, right?
In a good way.
I did. It wasn't just me, right? Okay, good. All right.
So, do you want pterodactyl or what? So, anyway, Julie and I decided to form a team called North Bay Rip. So we are now a working paranormal team called North Bay Rip. It was originally all women, one of the first women-led groups in the Bay Area. But we now have awesome guys. We have Drew that helps us, and Devin that helps us, and Dennis that helps us, and sometimes Ron that helps us. And our tenet is to work with everyone. We're not one of those teams that says, we have evidence and we're not going to share it with anybody. Or this is our location and you can't go in it. We want to share everything. We learn from you guys as much as you learn from us. So we look at everything that way. And our team is run on a round table system. There's no hierarchy in our team. Although Devin calls me the boss because I have to take responsibility for everything because that's just how it is.
Somebody's got to be a shot caller.
So that's how we got started. And that just explains how we got started. We like to work with people. I'm the reluctant medium, as we like to call. And everything didn't quite turn out the way we expected, but it never really does. Let's see here.
There'll be a test on all this later. Oh, yeah, 2011 we met.
We met at Preston Castle.
At an event when I was working for another team.
Yes.
And we became good friends and started collaborating. The Big Bang Theory. Yep, just what I said. We started discussing locations, history, and all kinds of paranormal stuff.
Actually, what happened was I went up there with ulterior motives because at the time I was filming this horrible, terrible web series. This is bad.
It was awesome. If you ever find it, it was very good.
But Devin used to work in Benicia, and he had the keys to the kingdom, Benicia. And I needed to get into the arsenal in COQ. So I went up there, and Dennis went up to him, and he met Devin first. He said, so I sauntered up to him, completely wasted, and introduced myself. And we met, and he actually knew who I was because I'd been trying to get into Benicia, and he vouched for me. So that was good. He vouched for me.
Okay, and then we started Napa Ghost and Legends in 2013. 2013?
Yep.
All right. We also started the Sonoma Walk-in Plaza Tour, which is absolutely great, and the Vacaville Tour. Each one of our tours has been developed to incorporate different aspects of the paranormal. So we kind of, each one of these is a different creature, if you will. It's like, some of them are more active investigation, others are more historical, the other ones, you know, we just never know what's going to happen.
Vacaville is constantly evolving, so it's like an ongoing investigation, constantly.
And it's interesting to work different methodology out with new people who have no idea what you're doing. So they're kind of like, you're tour guests, but you're guinea pigs. Hey, you know, it's kind of fun that way, right? So yeah, next. Oh yeah, how did we get into paranormal? Paranormal stuff. Jack Skellington.
Our love of all things paranormal.
Doesn't this look like Sam from like Trick or Treat? Anybody know that movie? No. Hey, that's me. I think you'd rather tap her. I'm not a pirate though. I may be steampunk, but I'm definitely not a pirate. Okay, so Devin Sisk, Dowser, paranormal research, awesome dad. Laughing Devil, producer. That's our production company, and this is Del.
I know, I didn't fix that.
And a lot of people don't know this, but I am a master sausage maker.
From San Francisco.
From San Francisco. Go ahead, let the jokes fly. Thank you. We all took that there. Okay. Now that I mentioned sausage, we go hard or we go home. And again, we go back. Okay. This is me as a kid. I grew up in a very poor background. My family was very poor. You can tell by my beat up teddy bear. Actually, my teddy bear actually looked like that. And I was very sad because we had no food. So. Grew up, became a successful businessman, making sausage, and so this is me being a successful sausage maker. What's with the ascot? I don't know what that's about, but it's very
It's not, it's like a Pillsbury Doughboy, I think.
No, thanks. So,
It's a kerchief.
It's a king sausage, I like that go. So one day I started getting really sick, and it hit me at like 3 o'clock, and by 5 o'clock I was just a mess. I had high fever, and I got sicker and sicker. There's me being sick, and I had terrible fever. Wife calls the ambulance to pick me up because I'd been sick all night. I had this raging fever. I was totally dehydrated, and everything was evacuating my body. Okay, and so I'm in the hospital, and there I am over here. And you see that little glow around me? Well, this is what happened next. So I died. So, and I got to walk around the ER room as a ghost for a little bit, which was kind of a trip because I could see everything. You see wifey crying at the end of the bed, screaming no, 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 nurses holding her. I walked around the ER, there's like a little horseshoe, went around, trying to talk to people, trying to, communicate. Actually said this, And I was freaking out. I was very angry and kind of scared. Well, very scared, actually. And then it gets weirder from there. That's it? Yeah, I was no longer in my body, and then this is where the story gets strange. And actually what happened is I crossed over to the other side, and I was gone for, I think, depending on what part of the record you read, it was like 14 minutes to 17 minutes. And it was long enough for them to pull me out of the ER stall and put me into the little goodbye room. For those of you who don't know what the goodbye room is, that's where you get pushed into before you go to the morgue. Your family gets to say goodbye to you. So there I am laid out, and I was given a choice whether to come back or not. And I said I wanted to come back, and I came back from my kid. My son, who's absolutely wonderful, has cerebral palsy. I made the decision that, I got to be there for him. I can't do this. I have to go. And that's what made my decision. I was slammed back into my body. So meanwhile, in the little goodbye room, Wifey's over here crying, calling people on the phone, trying to get people over to her. I sit up, take a deep breath, and freak her out. Scared the hell out of her, obviously, because I was just dead a minute ago. Thank God Walking Dead wasn't on yet, okay? Because she would have been like, you know, my husband, you know, National Enquirer, husband came back as Walker, I put a stake in his head, you know? But yeah, so now how does that lead into the paranormal? Well, those moments I walked around the ER room, I believe that's what it feels like to be a ghost. So ever since then, it's been my passion, and our passion actually, to contact spirits and then help them follow through and communicate to the point where they can cross over.
Good. So this is me. As I said, I am a working medium, work with law enforcement, do all my work pro bono. It's my way of giving back to my community, helping families find their loved ones, and actually finding live people recently, which was really good. Paranormal researcher, historian, writer, mom of 3 crazy boys, 7, 7, and 9.
The mother of dragons.
And they're only 18 months apart.
No pterodactyls.
Yeah, they're only 18 months apart, so that was great planning. What a thing to learn on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, it's called Planned Parenthood, huh?
Whatever.
Yeah.
My motto or my charge words are, I can do anything, I'm the mother of twins. Jill can back me up on that. Once you have multiples, in my case I had pretty much triplets. You can do anything. And when you can do anything, anything is possible. So, at about the age of 5, I started to realize that there was people all around my bed. And, you know, I'm like, what's going on? They're trying to communicate with me. And slowly began to realize that no one else was seeing these people. And they, of course, were no longer alive. So this is kind of how my childhood went, was seeing things and hearing things and going on. And about the age of 10.
I didn't know you were a powder puff girl.
I am. Yeah, let me go back. Sorry, guys. Yes. And of course, my family said, it's your imagination, you're not saying anything, you know, everything's fine, you know, you don't stop freaking out. And then my mom died suddenly at the age of 10, when I was 10 years old. She, like Harvey's mother, died of an aneurysm in her head, just collapsed.